DigiByte. DigiByte's a really interesting situation because fundamentally DigiByte is in a long-term uptrend. And in spite of that, there's a few causes for concern. I think this is one that could in theory break its previous high because it is in a long-term uptrend. However, there is definitely one significant piece of information that I think concerns me about its potential for price, which I'll talk about in this video. Before I get into any of that though, guys, if you're new to the channel, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos I was showing everyone that was buying up all of these coins because I expected them to just rocket up in price. And you can see what these coins hit, what their highs were a little less than 18 months on from when I was doing the videos and stuff about them. And what your profit would have been if you'd popped $100 into each one. And if you had done that, 100 into every single one, that'd have been a $2,600 investment. Selling all those coins in under a year and a half later, your profit would have been over $123,000, which is obviously not too bad. Now, I sold all of these. And since I did, I now have been buying up new cryptos. And whenever I buy a crypto, I share that with the members on my site, which is copymycrypto.com. So anytime I find a coin that I think can do like an absolute massive pump, I'm going to get in on it. And what I'll do is I'll jump on my site, I'll tell my members about the coin, the profits I think that coin can have, and how much money I'm putting into it. And they can copy along. There's literally no work whatsoever. That's why we have thousands of members. There's a lot of people who want to make the profits in crypto but don't have the time, the energy, or don't want to learn anything new. So they copy along with me. And if that sounds good to you, check out the site. Go to copymycrypto.com now. Just pause this video. On the site, you'll see what the members have earned. You'll see all the things I've said in the past and what ended up happening, you know. And it's all public record, so you can verify it all. And if you like what you see, then maybe I'll see you there, guys. So DigiByte, look at that. Beast of a long-term uptrend. Absolute beast of a long-term uptrend. All-time high was 18.25 cents. Now, I think this should break its previous high because that's what a long-term uptrend tends to do. DigiByte is an open-source blockchain. It's created based on a fork of Bitcoin. They've got 1,000 times more of the coins than Bitcoin. They actually have 5 different algorithms, which makes it one of, if not the most secure blockchain around. The founders are Jared Tate, also known as Digiman, who oversaw the metamorphosis from development to current setup. He left and returned. They also now have the DigiByte Foundation. The reason that DigiByte is so interesting is because they use 5 different mining algorithms. It means that ASIC miners can't dominate the blockchain. And they've then since introduced a bunch of different things like Digi Assets. And look, DigiByte for me, long time in this market. You know, it's knocking about for it's been around for ages. And I'm not like enamored in any way with this as a coin, as an ecosystem. You know, they've got some DigiForces, they've got some exchanges, they've got wallets, but realistically, they've got nothing that, for me, makes it exciting or interesting. It's fast, it's insanely secure. You know, they're introducing some features like DigiID and stuff, you know. There's no bad thing jumping on the sort of digital ID bandwagon. Everyone seems to be loving that. Yeah, you know, they're doing some things that are relatively interesting, but in general, this is not a project where I go, yeah, it's exciting. Yeah, they're going to change something or they're going to be innovative. I've not seen evidence of that. The DigiID, you know, I'm not a fan of the digital ID concept, but I understand that's going to be a big thing, and I'm sure DigiByte will get some form of market share with DigiID. They'll be competing with like Ontology and many other projects. But overall, I just feel like there's not really an exciting ecosystem here. You know, if we open up DeFi and centralized finance, Komodo Wallet, DCR DX, CoinRabbit, none of this is particularly exciting to me at all. If we open up CoinRabbit, we can take a look at it. So this is getting loans, crypto loans. I'm always a bit hesitant for anyone to get crypto loans. It's not something I really, in general, suggest. I think you put yourself at massive risk doing that. So I wouldn't recommend that. But it's a clever idea to get involved in. DigiByte overall, look, I'm really not enamored with it. But it's a long-term uptrend, and it's really, really hard to break a long-term uptrend. So I do think this is probably going to run up to about 20 cents. But there's something that concerns me, which is the hash rate. So, quick reminder, guys, You can see the hash rate has, skyrocketed in 2020 and was maintaining through 2021. Now, the Ethereum merge was September 15th, 2022. You would have expected that a proof of work crypto like DigiByte, one that's been around for a while, would have a real spike around September. Didn't. Kind of did back end of August. And then actually during September, just tanked. Like this is the hash rate. The hash rate tanked. And actually the hash rate is like a third of what it was around the bull cycle. Like, in fact, when we look at the peak of the bull cycle, which is around May, it's a quarter of that right now. So actually miners have left. That's what it means, by the way. So as an example, decreasing hash rates means it's getting easier to mine the crypto. So if the Bitcoin hash rate has dropped, the miners have left the market. The main reason for this scenario is dropping prices for Bitcoin. So miners have left DigiByte. Now, that is a very bad sign from my perspective. Miners go where the money is. So if miners are left, it legitimately means they don't see DigiByte as a big gainer in the next bull cycle. They obviously have decided there are other proof of work cryptos that have better potential than DigiByte. And miners are very, very clever. Miners have to look at where the money's going to be, because they're paying for electric costs, they're paying for just setting up the mining rig. There are a lot of costs to being a miner, so they have to go where they believe the money is. The fact that they're leaving DigiByte is quite a bad sign. In spite of all of that, and in spite of the fact that I'm not really a fan of the of the ecosystem or anything, I still think this is probably going to run up to 20 cents because it's in a long-term uptrend. And long-term uptrends are a bitch to break. And that's actually what it boils down to for DigiByte. So I think it can still run up to 20 cents. That's about a 30x from where it is right now. And that is in spite of the only thing that makes me go maybe not is the miners. The fact that the miners have not stuck around, to me, that's a risk. That's a bad sign. Ecosystem, all of that stuff, less important. And the only reason it's less important is fundamentally because DigiByte's been around for so damn long. It's got that community. It's got that recognition for having survived many bear cycles. So it is one that will stick around. But just not... The miners leaving is a negative sign. Like I say, that's the only thing that makes me think maybe it does. Maybe it's going to break that long-term uptrend. But I still think it's kind of going to get it. 20 cents. That's where I'm at with this. I think it will peak. It will hit 20 cents, and then it will tank again, and it will go back to under a cent in the bear cycle that follows. But yeah, I can still see it hitting 20 cents, even though I don't like much about it. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is going to hit 20 cents? Do you like like the idea of digital ID, by the way? Personally, I friggin' hate that as a concept, but I'm curious to see what other people say. So if you like that as a concept, let me know, and let me know why. If you've been in DigiByte for a long time, let me know what you think about it, what you feel about it. Do you think it's going to do special things in the next bull cycle? And guys, if you just want to take the work out of crypto investing for yourselves, if you want to make it easier on yourselves, if you want to make the same profits as me but do literally no work, then you go over to copymycrypto.com and you read through that site. Every single thing on the site is public record. You can verify absolutely everything you read. If you like what you see, come join me. And if not, no worries. There's no obligation to buy. I just bit my cheek. And, keep supporting the channel, because without you guys, there is no channel. And I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.